Just I want to ask you about two-back offenses. It's not something that is utilized a whole lot around the league. It's not particularly utilized a whole lot here, like 20 or so snaps. But those snaps you've used, it's been pretty potent look. So is that something where you consider trying to find more ways to use it, or is it only potent because of how it's used so sparingly?
Well, anything that gives us an advantage, we want to use. And when you're speaking of two-back offenses, of course, you're talking about a true fullback. That's what I'm guessing.
No, I actually talk about with Swift and Williams sharing the field at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, so anything that gives us an advantage, we want to use that. And we have picked a few spots where we had both of those guys on the field. And you will continue to see that. One, because both of those guys are dynamic and they can make plays. And then it's all about what the defense gives us. So we see a certain look throughout the week that we can take advantage of offensively. In that personnel, we're going to use it. And you're right. I mean, you don't really see it as much because the slot receiver is so dynamic today. Like, back in the days when you had two good running backs, you want them on the field and you can do some of the play actions or nakeds or whatever. Now the slot receivers, they can actually motion in the backfield and become the other halfback also. So, like I said, not to be redundant, but whatever gives us an advantage, that's what we're going to do.
Does Swift lose some of his matchup advantage when you line him up this traditional slot role just based on, maybe he's going to see a nickel corner there versus a linebacker or safety?
Right. I think you just answered your question. And it depends on how they see him. If they see him as being super dynamic, then of course if it's nickel, they're going to put their nickel on him. Of course, we're looking for matchups. We're looking for a safety. We're looking for a linebacker that we can take advantage of. And that's the reason why we got him in a situation like that. So it depends.
We were just talking to Anthony. He said we didn't find many redeeming qualities about the offensive performance last week. And one reason was maybe some guys that didn't practice a lot. One change, I guess, would be that not to give them as big a role going forward. Did you see that being an issue with your guys both in practice?
Just speaking of any player in general, you want to make sure that, of course, you get those quality practice reps. It's all about timing. It's all about making sure you're on the same page with the quarterback, with the line, with the wide receivers, handoffs for the running backs, route running for the quarterback and the running back. So when you miss, some of those days out there, some of those plays, you can easily go back and watch them on film, but that doesn't help you because you didn't get the rep. You can get a mental rep, but you also have to get the physical rep.
So specifically last week, did you find that to be an issue with your guys?
I have to go back and kind of just see exactly what plays in practice they didn't get or they miss. Right now, off the top of my head, I can't think of one, but I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe one or two. It's like that every week. You just got to, make the right adjustments. Make sure they're in there in those situations, no matter if it's walkthrough. Maybe it's a walkthrough rep. You may not get it live, and maybe you have to get the walkthrough rep. Well, you got to make sure as a coach that you're on top of it and continue to coach it.
I was going to ask how you combat that because obviously those guys are beat up.
Yeah. You have mental days, and when you're beat up like that, or you're sore, I don't want to say really beat up, or you're sore, you have mental days, and usually Wednesday is that day. So you come in Wednesday, you have a mental day, you get in and get what you can, and you walk through what you can without getting that live rep, and it helps. But I got to do a better job as a coach and continue to go back to those days, go back to those base days, and grab those plays and go over them.
When you have a game like last week where you're getting a low average per carry in the running game, how much does that impact your offense overall? When you really just not able to get any yards?
Yeah, it's tough because, that's who we are. When you start talking about identity, we want to be known to run the ball. So when we can't do something that we consider ourselves to be good at, it bothers us. So, you go back in the lab and you watch film and you evaluate yourself first as a coach, and then you start looking at the players to see how we can help them.
So when that is your identity, I think through 5 weeks we can see that the run game was at least efficient to some degree. When it's not like that, how do you know when to abandon it? And do you have enough versatility over? I mean, obviously it didn't beat Cincinnati. What do you feel like you do going forward?
Well, so many things play a big factor into that. So you got to also look at the time. You got to look at the score. You got to look at where you are, which back is in there. You know, you got to look at what you're trying to do. Maybe, you know, of course, going out there, maybe that didn't work. Come back to something different. So you got to look at a couple different things in a short period of time. Like maybe the next possession, you got to go do something different. Maybe not. Maybe you got to put another back in. Maybe not. Who knows? But you know, you look back last week, I can say from the running back standpoint, and they'll tell you the same thing, that we could have did better, a lot better. A couple things, you know, as far as eyes and making sure we put eyes in the right place and the read, we could have did better, and we'll do better this week.
You face a lot of 8-man boxes, I think more than most teams, and that didn't seem to slow you down this first 5 weeks. Was there something that Cincinnati was doing that was more effective that you have to counter and adjust to going forward?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because when you're known for running the ball versus 8-man boxes, of course, you know, defenses are not going to say, well, let's put a 7-man box in there. You know, they're not going to counter it that way. They're going to continue to put the 8-man box up there, and they're going to try to make the plays that the other defense didn't make. I think that as backs, we got to continue to break tackles. So we got to win on one-on-ones. And when we get in the defensive backfield, no matter if breaking tackles is making them miss or running them over, we got to do that so we continue to move the chains. Now, when you go back and you self-evaluate, of course, you're going to come up with other things, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, we'll do that shortly here as we look back over the couple weeks and see what we did right, wrong, or what we can change. But I always look at it as us shooting ourselves in the foot. That's how I see it, because there have been many opportunities out there. And I look back, I think we stopped ourselves more than them stopping us. Very easy to say. But, you know, we'll see after I get a chance to watch the first couple games in a row and then try to come up with what we did right and what we did wrong.
Duce, as a former player and now a coach, I'm just wondering, how are you sitting personally with the team's 0-6 record right now?
Oh, it's not good. You know, I love to win, point blank period. Every day I wake up, every day I come in this building, I want to win. Make no mistake about that. And the players feel the same way. Now, right now, of course, we're not winning. And it should hurt. You know, we all should feel bad right now, and we do. But, you know, feeling bad doesn't fix it. You know, going on to the next one, trying to find the answers, that's where you are.